Hey guys, what's up? This is Andrew Mitchell, and this is the M channel. All right, this is Mitchell's Monday Motivation. Be like Monday Mindset. Just gonna be some real talk. Um, this is long overdue. Um, this has been a mission of mine for a long time, and I've allowed excuses to get in the way. Um, whether it be fear, just procrastination, doubts, whatever, but it's now is the time. We're living in some crazy times. Past few years have been wild, and I believe that we're all sitting here with a purpose, a mission, a vision, and too many times we lose sight of that, and we give into the rat race, we give into the frustrations of this world, and we lose our calling. Okay. And I'm going to relay some of my favorite scriptures from I feel the greatest success book ever written, the Holy Bible. It says, "Many are called, yet few are chosen." Let's kind of look at that first. Many are called, yet few are chosen. Like Danny Johnson, a great mentor and coach of mine, uses back to an example as basketball practice. You got a lot of players that were called to tryouts. Many are called, but few are chosen. But there's only a certain amount of spots on the team. Okay, so there's only going to be a few that are chosen to represent that school, to represent that team. Okay, same thing like in life. Many are called, few are chosen. We've all been called for greatness. We've all been designed with a purpose, but it's just like life, oftentimes we give in to the pressures. We are told from a young age, you gotta go to college, get a good education, go into debt, and then you get a job, work a 9 to 5, work for 40 years, and then you retire with a watch and maybe a small retirement pension. Nowadays, you get those social security checks. People can't survive off that, but people go to college and realize that college is not for everyone. And then we get out in the real world and realize that high school never really taught us life traits, characteristics and mindsets to be successful in life. All right. So now a lot of us go out and get in debt. We followed a path that wasn't maybe paved for us, that wasn't really what our passion was. And then we get pulled into the rat race and told to climb the corporate ladder. And 5, 10, 15, 20 years from then, all of a sudden realize, man, this is not what I want to do. This is not what I'm passionate about doing. Or we realize that we've been accepting pennies on the dollar of what we deserve and desire. So the M channel is brought to you to awaken you, to remind you that you have a purpose, that you have a mission, and the time is now. Okay? So the topic today is vision. 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 Okay? And I'm not talking about our sight. It's like faith. Faith is the substance of things hoped for, but the evidence of things not seen. Okay? Faith, just the substance of things hoped for. You're hoping for it, okay? So you have to see it in your mind's eye first. And it's the evidence of things not seen in the physical realm. So it's something that you've been shown in your mind's eye, in your heart, in your soul. It exists. It's a vision given to you from the Master, the Creator. You were born with that inside you. Before you were in your mother's womb, you had that vision, that purpose, okay? And recently I got off the path, and I was making more money than I ever had. However, I was feeling unfulfilled. So I had to start asking myself questions. Why am I feeling unfulfilled? And it's because what I've been doing is, even though I love doing it, and I'm not going to stop doing it right now, it was taking up all my time. And I stopped doing the things that I was called to do. And my mission and my vision became blurry. And I became lost and unfulfilled. And that stumbling and getting lost on that path is what has led me to now. And has led me to this. And has led me to this M channel of Mitchell's Monday Motivation. So I'm going to be bringing you at least a weekly video teaching you what I've learned from my own mistakes. Okay? So I'm going to share, like I said, a few of my favorite scriptures from I feel the greatest success book ever written. And one is from Proverbs, the book of Proverbs. All right? Proverbs 29:18. Where there is no vision, the people perish. Okay? What does perish mean? Perish means like to die. Like they die. Without vision, people perish. Why is that? Going back to the beginning, many are called, few are chosen, okay? We've all been called to be great. We've all been called to be leaders. We've all been called with this specific, individual, unique trait, characteristic, desire. We've been designed for greatness. But we get lost in the rat race. We start to lose our vision. We stop believing in ourselves. And so all of a sudden that big vision we had when we were little kids, like, oh, I want to be a doctor. I want to be a writer. I want to be an actor. I want to be a professional football player. I want to be the president, whatever. All of a sudden it shrinks. It shrinks. It shrinks. And all of a sudden the vision, it's like it's gone. So people succumb to this life where they're miserable. It's like most people do not like going to their jobs every day. They're not passionate about what they do. Why? Because they never sat there as a kid and be like, oh man, I want to go sit in a cubicle all day long. I want to sit at a desk job and make somebody else rich while I'm working for peanuts. Okay, nobody said that. And when they've given up on their dream and their vision, that hope slowly starts dwindling away. And their purpose for life, their purpose for living, that gave them that vitality, that gave them that vigor, that gave them that hope and that energy, it just starts to dwindle away with it. So every day they die a little more. So that may not be an actual physical death, but a man without vision will perish. Slowly he decays. The root of who he is, the purpose of what he has been called to be and do and achieve in this world, it just starts to erase, and all of a sudden his being is withered away, so he dies. Okay? And the cemetery is full of dreams that were never achieved, books that were never written, movies that were never made, and it's a sad place, but a very empowering place to be. I love going to cemeteries and walking through and just imagining the lives that were lost too soon or before, they actually woke up and went for their dreams. But so we're going to reignite that passion inside of us, reignite that vision, remember what drives us and just instills that tenacity and that hunger within us to be something great. All right, because we all have it. We were born with it. Matthew 6:21. For where your treasure is, there will your heart be also. What does that mean? Where your treasure is. When I was young, I always used to imagine finding buried treasure in my backyard. Oh man, what if I'm just digging one day and I find a gold coin and it leads me to this treasure chest. And oh my gosh, I found some hidden pirate gold. Oh my God, you're a kid, you have an amazing imagination, okay? That's part of vision as well. Don't ever lose your imagination. You have to be able to imagine and see, the law of attraction. You have to be able to see yourself achieving your dreams and your goals and living it. Because if you don't ever imagine it, don't believe it. And belief is everything. If you don't believe it, you're never going to receive it. So where your treasure is, there will your heart be also. Let's think about that. Let's break it down. Where your treasure is, all right? People give into 9 to 5. People give into corporate BS and work for someone else. It's not their true passion, okay? they settle like for mediocrity. Oh, $60,000 a year. That's good. No, it's not. You deserve more than that. You're worth more than that. $60,000. I couldn't live off of that. Okay. And it's like $100,000. You get a raise, you get a promotion, but it comes with that more hours, more responsibility, and more headaches just for $100,000. Okay. And then if they keep climbing the corporate ladder and they're stressed out and aged and everything, maybe they've traveled all over because now they have to oversee this region and this territory. But now they're making $200,000 to $250,000 a year. But guess what? Their beautiful home, their cars, they don't get to see that often. Their family, they don't get to see that often. Okay? Because they're always gone. They're always working to provide. Okay? So what good is that beautiful home and those cars? I mean, you have to take a vacation just to unwind and relax and enjoy and get back. You have to take a vacation so you can go back and work another 3 to 6 months to survive to get to your next vacation. All right? So where your treasure is, there will your heart be also. Have you ever heard like just follow your heart? Whatever you're passionate about, if you're truly passionate about it, what your vision is, what you see, what you know is your fate, you know in your destiny, you can't give up on yourself. You follow your heart, eventually you're going to be successful and it's going to bring you the wealth. Okay? That's what it means. Okay? Where your treasure is, there will your heart be also. So follow your heart, it'll lead to the treasure. It's like that rainbow, into the pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. Okay? And lastly, this all goes back to vision. Proverbs 18:16 through 18. A man's gift maketh room for him, and bringeth him before great men. It's King James Version. A man's gift makes room for him, and brings him before great men. What is that? A man's gift. When I was younger, I read that scripture. I think, oh, you bring gifts. You bring gifts, so they make room for you, and you can present it to great people. No, your gift is your talent. Your gift is your passion. Your gift is that drive, that vision that you have, that you stay gung-ho, tuned into, passionate about your entire life. That gift, and then all of a sudden, that gift that you have, that talent, that ability, you've been feeding it for so long. It's so great, and it's so vast, and it's so powerful that it compels people to you. People look at you and say, like, wow, I want what that man has. I want what that woman has. What is it that separates them from everyone else? I want it. I want to meet them. It brings you before great men and women. So a man or woman's gift makes room for them and brings them before great men. You have to understand that, like, it comes full circle. It comes a point in life where you can't play the victim card forever. We all have had crappy things happen to us in life. Some of us have had it 100 times, 1,000 times worse than others. And I understand that. My heart breaks for you. I understand it. I've been through a lot myself, personally. But at the end of the day, you got to suck it up, Buttercup. You got to suck it up. Because you can only live in that victim mentality for so long before it becomes you. You can either be a victim or a victor. All right? So instead of using that victim mentality to destroy you and to be a crutch that you lean on, so you always have an excuse, that you never take full responsibility for yourself because, oh, this happened to me when I was a kid. Oh, this happened to me at my last job. This happened to me in my last relationship. Let it go. Every day is a new day. There's no time like the present. You choose who you are every day. You choose. You can transform instantly. Okay? It's one choice. So just remember that. Don't be a victim. Let it go. Forgive yourself. Give yourself permission to be great. Rekindle, reignite that passion, that furious passion, that vision that you have, that you've had for a long time. And go after it. I believe in you. Wish you the best. Be blessed. Be peace. Continue to tune in to the M channel. Mitchell will bring you Monday motivation every week. Be blessed.